Hey everybody, this is Alicia from the Masterpiece Society. Today we're going to do this flower with watercolors and gel pens. You are welcome to use like markers if you don't have, or even colored pens if you don't have gel pens. And then tomorrow we're going to do this Hoppy Spring bunny with doodle lettering, watercolor, or you can color it in with acrylics, crayons, markers, whatever you have, because I know we can't get out and get to the store and get art supplies at the moment. First of all, if you don't have any of our templates, go to masterpiecesociety.com/color, COLOR, and you can enter your email address and you can get this 30-page template sent to you. You can use the templates for coloring pages for your kids or as art templates. It's what we use them for in our lessons. So these are 30 of we have hundreds and hundreds of templates, but we've chose some of the fun spring and summer ones to give to you. And the one we're going to do today is this first template, and it's the flower from Olivia's Backyard Nature course. Hi, Sunny. I can actually see the things now because I turned my phone backwards so I'm not being so awkward and having to look underneath. Glad you can join us. What have you never heard of? Oh, the gouache? Gouache is so much fun. All right, so I have already, for the sake of time, I've already traced out my pattern. And I don't know where, let me see if here it is. If you've never used a template before, all you have to do is print it out, flip it over, take a pencil and just color around all the lines. You can see the lines through the back side. And so you color over them, then you flip it onto your watercolor paper or your canvas, whatever you're using. And then I like to use a mechanical pencil with the lead pushed all the way in so that there's nothing showing out. And I just very firmly go over each line. And then that transfers the template to your paper. You can do that with carbon paper, but if you don't have that, you don't need to get it. So let's go ahead and get started. What I'm going to do is put a layer of watercolor. Let me put this in the picture so that you can see it. And I hope you can see it. Can you see that, Olivia? Are you? Okay, it's probably delayed.
Yeah, there's a delay, sorry.
Okay, no problem. So I have already taken my spray bottle and I've sprayed down my tray just to activate. I think I'm going to add a little bit more. It activates the colors and it makes them, excuse me, easily accessible. The colors come up a lot easier. And let me move my... Hey, Livy, could you get me a little bit more water in this? Thank you. So I've dipped my brush in the water. And what I'm going to do is just like on this flower, I'm going to do 2 turquoise, 2 pinks, 2 orange, and 2 greens just to make mine a little bit more colorful. Thank you, baby.
All right, so the colored one is actually taking up more of the camera than the pink.
Yeah, I'm going to lay this over here when I do it, but I was just showing it for right now. And then obviously I'm using the yellow in the center. And then I'm doing a purple stem. So I'm just making mine fun and colorful like I like to do with my art. You are free to use whatever colors. You can make it one solid color of pink or blue or purple, whatever. And you can actually make yours look more like a real flower because there aren't that many purple stems out there. There are plants like wandering Jew. I don't know what the official name for it is, but they do have purple stems. But I just thought it would be fun to use as many colors on my flower as possible. And so I'm going to try to do a light coat so that it will dry quickly enough for us to come back over and do our pen work. So I'm going to start with, Olivia brought me some more water so that I could moisten my brush again. I'm starting with my aqua or turquoise color. I'm just going to very quickly cover the petals. I'm trying not to use so much water on my brush. And so I have 8 petals. So I'm going to skip 3 and come down here and do the 1, 2, 3, 4th petal in this turquoise color as well. So this one is a quick lesson that I'm going to do today. It's not a lot of intricate details, and I'm going to try to move as quickly as possible. And then we can get this video posted, and if you aren't able to work on this live with me, then you can pause and start back up as needed. All right, so I'm going to clean my brush. And next I'm going to pink. Need a little bit more color. And you see how my blue is already starting to mix with my pink, but that's okay. Kind of like our beetle from yesterday. It's all right if the colors intermingle. And so once again, I'm going to skip 3 and come over here and do the 4th one in pink as well. So I think this is the first day we haven't had rain or thunderstorms going while I've done my live, and so you can hear the birds outside the window. They're all happy not to be getting rained on.
Sunny Barnum says that her kids say hi.
Hi, Sunny's kids. What is it, Eliana? What? I can't remember your kids' names. I saw them the other day. They were actually very beautiful names. I don't know if I'm actually pronouncing it right. Y'all have been making beautiful art pieces. I've been seeing them and going back and commenting on them. Y'all are awesome artists. All right, so I'm done with my pink. Got a little blue in that, but that's okay. Now I'm gonna go to my green. I'm using a brighter green. All of our templates come from Masterpiece Society art courses. These are not the actual lessons that the templates go to, but I just thought it would be fun to do some simple lessons. We don't have time for a lot of the painting or the Mod Podging collage pieces when we're doing it online, because those require drying time. And that'd be kind of boring to sit here and just watch my Mod Podge dry. All right, so I'm moving on to this one right across the center. I'm kind of holding my brush weird because I'm trying not to lay my hand down in these wet petals. Okay, and our last petal color is orange. And as I mentioned earlier, feel free to use whatever colors you want to use on yours. Yours do not have to be the same colors that I'm using. This is a little difficult since I can't put my hand down. When you do this in your home, please feel free to pause and let your paints dry. You don't have to go as quickly as I'm going. I'm doing this so that we can not take up all your day. And as I mentioned, you're always able to go back and rewatch the videos and pause it when you need to. And I'm just going to bring it down to this petal. Try not to let my blue and orange touch because they would make a lovely brown. Need a little bit more color on my brush. So I just wanted to let you know I always use more color pigment and less water on my brush. I find I can control the water a little bit better. Actually, watercolors are not always easy to control, but if you have less water on your brush, then that makes it a little bit easier. Hey, Tina. Do we get this one from the same place? Yes. Tina, you are a member, so you can actually go into the My Courses page. And sorry, Olivia, I didn't realize you'd already responded to that. But it's under My Courses, and you scroll down to the More section. And under Coloring Pages, it's the first lesson. You can download the whole 30-page template. And this one is actually the first template in the pack. Okay, so now I want to go to the center, and I'm going with my yellow because once again I like them bright colors. And I'm trying to leave a little bit of white space between my petals and the center. If they run together, it's not a big deal because we like our colors intermingling a bit, but we don't want the yellow to run out on all of our petals and make them all look yellow. Hi, Jeanette. Your kids have been posting some beautiful artwork too, your girls. Well, is your 12-year-old a girl? I don't know. I know that you posted a picture of your beautiful daughter. I love that I can actually see the comments. Like all this week I've been turning my phone the wrong way. So I've had a little bit of technical difficulties, but it's probably just my brain. Okay, so oops, before I get started with that, I'm going to let those dry a little bit more, and I'm going to come in and paint the stem. And I actually maybe pulled my petal right here over too far. Yeah, let me get the paper towel and dab that. So on here you can see that my stem is supposed to be showing up underneath the petals, but I got carried away with this blue.
Oh, this is pretty blue.
Thank you. I know that's your favorite color, isn't it?
Yep.
Woo! And that is crazy purple. That's a little darker than I wanted it, so I'm going to once again just take my paper towel and absorb some of that. I feel like everything on this desk has cat hair on it. We have way too many cats, and they feel like they own our house. Okay. So just getting these leaves done in this lovely rich purple or violet color, as we discussed yesterday when we were talking about the rainbow colors, Roy G. Biv. Because if it was purple, it would be Roy G. Vip.
Roy G. Vip.
That sounds more fun than Biv. All right, whoops, went out of the line there. No big deal. Okay, so this needs to dry just a bit, and I'm gonna take off my sweater so that I'm not sweating. And if you have gel pens, gather them. I think I don't want to use this green. I actually need to figure out which ones I want to use. I want to use my orange, green, the pink, the purple, the yellow. I've got 2 pinks in my hand. I'm going to use this darker pink so it'll show up a little better. And the yellow. I think I will just set these 2 aside. So they really need to dry just a bit. I'm going to grab my heated tool, if I can find it. Where'd it go? Oh, I used it yesterday and I stuck it underneath my table here. So I'm just gonna dry this a bit. If you don't have the gel pens, then once your painting is dry, you can use markers. I would use like fine tip markers or Sharpies. You could use colored pens. You could use a white Sharpie or a white gel pen and just add fun little designs to it. Where is the, I don't know what I did with the beetle from yesterday. Well, here's this one. We did all this work with the white Sharpie, so you could do something like that. And it looks like it's pretty much dry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with my purple because that's the color of my stem. And I'm going to just double checking. Just start drawing a circle around the center of my flower. Usually I would like to cover the white, but I'm already kind of off. And it's not a big deal because we're going to make this scallop design. So that's all you need to do. And then I'm just going to start drawing little scallops. This is super, super easy. I mean, I wouldn't put this in the same category as a Picasso. Well, maybe some of his later works. But yeah, this isn't fine art, but it's fun art. So I'm going to be doing the same thing over and over, just with different colors. And I'm going to leave each of the pens out. So I started with purple, and next I'm going to go to pink. So see what I'm doing? I'm just coming right above that purple scallop and doing the same thing. My scallops will be bigger each time. I'm going to try to go a little bit faster. And none of them are going to be perfect. All right, so We've got purple, we've got pink. Let's go to blue. And also you can see from this one that we did, I think I did 2 layers of each color. You don't have to have the gel pens. You can use markers. Just make sure your watercolors are good and dry. So now I'm going to orange. And I love the way these lighter colors start popping. Of course, you can't see the orange over the orange too much. So what do I want to go to next? Orange, oh, green, yeah, green. It's already open. Uh-oh, that one's not writing. Also, you don't have to do these designs. You can come up with your own designs. You know how I love to do the dots, and eventually we'll come back and add some dots to this. But you could do hearts. You could do little lines around the petals. You could do loops. You could do geometric shapes. Just have fun, make it your own. This one, there we go. Sometimes the gel pens need a little bit of coaxing to get the gel to come out. All right, and then that's all the colors, so we're going to start over with another row and go back to the purple. So it's almost like you've got a flower within a flower. And then blue again. Oops, that one didn't show through. And then what's after blue? Orange. Green again. This green isn't wanting to show up as much. And then yellow. This is kind of therapeutic too. It's just like sitting down and doodling. You can just get lost in the process. And then I want to end with the purple again. because it's a darker color and it kind of puts a border around the whole creation. If you don't want to do yours outside the lines of the petals, then you could actually just do them in the petals and keep it from fanning out so much. Okay, so I'm done with that. I want to add a little bit of veins. Looks like I smeared some of my orange paint here. Just come in here and I'm adding some green veins to my leaves. And then just making sure, if you have a white Sharpie, or even if you just had a white gel pen. I don't know where my white, yeah, here's a white gel pen. This would be the same. You could do it just like I've done this. All I did was come in here. I have trouble with my white gel pens, probably because I forget to put the lid on them. So we use the Sharpie. With the Sharpie, I can just drop the dot. With the gel pen, you might have to make it a little bit bigger. This just adds an extra layer of design. Oops, forgot that one. I think I only did it in the purple ones. So make up your own patterns. Do it the way you want to. This purple layer is a little too thin for this. And then we'll do it on the outside purple layer. You can do it on all of yours. They don't show up here on the white parts, but that's okay. All right, and that is basically it. This one is probably the easiest one we've done so far, but like I said, this could go on and on. You could actually cover up your entire page fanning out with your scallops and create the flower on top of the flower. So I can't wait to see your creations.